Topic of this video, and as I'm filming this, it might be old news already. Rumors that AT&T, who bought Warner Brothers, and since Warner Brothers owns DC Comics, therefore AT&T owns DC Comics. According to Ethan Van Sciver and his sources and some other online sources, maybe, just maybe, DC Comics, AT&T might shut down the publishing division. What do you think? First of all, if this did happen, monumental shift in the comic book landscape. What happens to what's left of the comic book industry if the second biggest publisher folds, packs its bags, and goes home? What happens to the rest of the market? What's left of it anyway? A huge effect will happen, you know. Not only economically, in terms of how many stores will survive that drastic shift. If DC did shut down publishing, or AT&T, makes you have, and they fired Dan Dido, who I always thought that guy did a terrible job. I just didn't like his ideas as co-publisher. Probably something happened and they fired him quick. Good riddance. But who will be in charge? Will it be Jim Lee? I'm not sure he's the man to take full charge as publisher. And I guess the DC comic book structure is very uncertain. Right now, you don't know what's going to happen. I think if their publishing numbers continue how they're going, again, we don't know the behind the scenes. How much money do they lose a year? How much money do they make? I don't know. In terms of just publishing comic books. The icons will always be there. The trade paperbacks, the old stuff you have, the material, the back issues, etc. And these characters for toys, for movies, for animated series, they'll all be around. But for actual comic books, will they license it out to another publisher or another company? Will they just shut it down? Who the heck knows, you know? But again, we're living in an age where we always thought, like, this company's invincible, it will never go away, and then it goes under. No company is meant to last forever. It's not, okay? And everything that rises eventually falls. And even though DC Comics is a giant, it doesn't always mean it will be there forever. And are we watching the end, not of the comic characters, but of the publishing of comic books for DC? Are you watching the end? That's tough to say. But you know what, to be 100% honest with you, DC, like Marvel, went social justice. They went for feminism, identity politics, all of this crap that the hardcore readers do not want. The readers who have read DC Comics for decades do not want this in there. They let these ideas into the books, and this is the result. You have turned off the established readers who quit, who did not want to read this stuff. You have turned them away. And the audience you expected to cater to these other groups, they never bought comics or cared for comic books in the first place. Okay? And just like Star Wars, Disney failing, Terminator, Dark Fate failing, these companies do not learn. When you put this identity politics and all of this social justice crap in your material, the hardcore readers and viewers leave. They go away. You have turned off your established fan base. And the new people you're catering to, they never bought your product in the first place or gave a darn. Because if they did, DC Comics and Marvel would be thriving. And they're not, because the audience they're catering to never bought comic books to begin with in any substantial numbers. And you just pissed off your established market. So why is Marvel failing? Why is DC failing? That's your reason. That's the big reason. And we have to talk about it because it's the truth. The number 2 comic book publisher of all time, who was formerly number 1, might stop publishing comic books. And Marvel is not in great shape either, in terms of publishing. They went for an audience abandoning the hardcore readers who supported them, who grew up with them, to go for these new groups who never gave a darn about comic books in the first place. This is the result of it. You got to own up to that fact, okay? This Comicsgate thing is real. Look at it. Wherever they push this, the new Star Wars films, they have irrevocably destroyed the brand. They pushed this in Doctor Who. It has some of the lowest ratings ever for the Doctor Who series. They pushed this for Terminator, one of the worst flops of the Terminator whole entire franchise. It doesn't sell, it doesn't work. It never works. Ever. And they take everything you like, twist it for their viewpoints, and you just piss off the longtime fans who leave. And this is what's happened to DC, and is happening at Marvel. Why do you think Ethan Van Sciver is making Cyber Frog, and these other creators are making Indiegogo and Kickstarter comic books that are kicking ass? Because they are making comic books that fans like. Without this crap, they are making comic books that people liked growing up with. Not the stuff that has become unreadable in the mainstream publishers. You know? The lack of good storytelling. The lack of good stories. And many Marvel and DC artists are subpar. For $4 an issue, you want the best. You want Jim Lee, John Byrne, you want Todd McFarlane, you want people at their height of their power. And I see a lot of artists who are honestly not that good from when I have flipped through or looked in the store. Not good. Average artists. But where is the next level? Where's the Joe Madureiras, the J. Scott Campbells? Where are these people who shine? Many interior artists are just not too good anymore. They're hiring people who are not making fantastic art. They are hiring writers who are not making good stories. And it comes down to storytelling, honestly. Art and storytelling. Combining it and making a great product. And you don't see much of it anymore. Not by Marvel, not by DC. And this is the result. Your number 2 publisher is in trouble and might go out of business maybe. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and talk to you later.